Hello Minecrafters and welcome back to another Redstone video. This is part 2 of Project CraftCube, and for those who don't know what Project CraftCube is something that I started, and the goal of the project is to create a 3x3 Rubik's Cube in Minecraft using only Redstone. Now for those who have watched Purple's latest video, you probably realized that, hey, this is the same idea as his idea. So did I just copy his idea? Well, no, I did not. In fact, I actually came up with this idea on my own. It just so happens that both Purples and I had the same idea, which is really interesting in my opinion. So, how can I prove that I did not copy his idea? Well, it's actually pretty simple. In order to prove that I did not copy his idea, in today's video, I will show you all of the differences between Purple's cube and my cube, from the redstone to the fundamental logic that control both of these cubes. So yeah, just sit back, relax, and let's jump right into the video. The first differences that I will gonna show to all of you is the fundamental logic that controls Purple's cube and my cube. On the left will be Purple's cube, and on the right will be my cube. In Purple's cube, his logic is based on this animation right here. Now the way this thing works is each sticker has a set of specific paths, and the corresponding stickers go on corresponding paths depending on the selected turn. Now what about my cube? Well, my cube is actually the opposite of whatever this is. In my logic, each turn is made of a set of stickers, and in order to form a turn, we basically just shift the stickers until they form a turn. So from this, you can clearly see that even though both Purples and I have the same goal of making a 3x3 Rubik's Cube, the approach to the problem are two completely different approaches, which is super interesting in my opinion. Now I will go in depth into how I did my logic. In order for you to follow this a bit easier, I will do an example on a turn. In this case, I chose the L turn. Now, in order to do the logic, I need to follow 5 steps. Step 1. Find all of the stickers related to the selected turn. And I have done that by marking all of the stickers that are needed for the L turn using the red X. On to step 2. In step 2, I split the stickers into 2 groups. Group 1 contains all stickers that are not in one face of the cube. In Group 2, it contains all stickers that are in one face of the cube, and they are color-coded, with Group 1 being red and Group 2 being green. Now the reason why I need to split the stickers into 2 groups is because each group needs to be shifted a different number of times. With Group 1, I need to shift it 3 times, and in Group 2, I need to shift the stickers 2 times in order to make a face rotation and a turn. An interesting thing about Step 2 is Step 2 is not necessary for middle turns. So the M turn, M prime turn, E turn, E prime turn, S and S prime turns, they don't really need this step. This is because they don't affect faces that are parallel to them. In step 3, we basically put the stickers in an array or memory in a specific order to form a loop, and this depends heavily on the turn. Each turn has a very specific order, and if you don't do the order, then the rotation and the turn will be incorrect. In step 4, I basically just shift the stickers by the number of times determined in each group. So group 1, we know that we need to shift 3 times, and in group 2, we need to shift all of the stickers 2 times. Finally, in step 5, we basically just return the shifted values back to the cube, and the result that we get is a turn is done on the cube. Now I will gonna show you the differences between purple redstone and my redstone. The first major difference between purple's cube and my cube is actually the way that we encoded the color values for all of the stickers. In purple's cube, he used signal string to encode the color values, but in my cube I actually use binary values to encode the color values. So for example, 100 is equal to green. The second difference is actually how we did the logic. Now because purple logic and my logic is completely different, the redstone is also different. Like over here is my redstone, and all of these parts right here controls the shifting of the color values. The way I did the shifting of color values is by using a shift register. Now this design right here is by the Darkness 344. It is a really good shift register design, and I use this quite a lot. And there are 2 variations of the shift register that I use. All of the shift registers over here, they are 24 bits shift registers. However, over here, all of these shift registers are 36 bits shift registers. The reason why there are 2 variations of the same shift register is because if you remember, we have 2 groups of stickers, and one group only has 8 stickers, the other group has 12 stickers. And because I encoded the color values of the sticker using a 3-bit binary, so if you take 3 times 12, that equals to 36, hence the 36 bits shift registers. And if you take 8 and you multiply it by 3, you get 24, hence the 24 bits shift registers. Also, the way that I split the stickers into 2 groups is over here. I have a set of black lines, and these lines go into group 1. Over there we have the brown lines, and these lines go into group 2. And in order to return the values back, I use these gray lines over here. In total, there are 15 shift registers over here. 9 shift registers are for the 9 turns, and the other 6 shift registers over here are for the 6 phase rotations. After that, I just have to build a GUI for all of the actions that you can do, plus some decorations over here. Like there will be a circle going around over here, and a reset button, and also scramble mode. Scramble mode is controlled by this gray circuit over here, and the way it works is basically similar to purple scramble mode. I basically just took his idea and implemented the redstone myself. So we have 3 randomizers that can randomize from 1 to 6. Each of these randomizers will randomly select 6 turns, basically the clockwise and the counterclockwise of that turn. Over here I have a master randomizer, and this randomizer is very unique because it always gives out a unique output, so it will never repeat the same output. Finally, I have a counter over here, and the number of items that are in this dropper is equal to how many times you want to scramble the cube. So in this case, I want to scramble the cube 20 times. So yeah, that's basically everything that you need to know about my cube. Overall, I'm very happy with how this thing turns out, and it's just super cool that I managed to make this in under 3 months. I spent a lot of time on this, and yeah, it's a super cool project to work on. And this will gonna be the biggest project that I have worked on so far. This is bigger than the password game. If you want to try out this cube, link to the world download is in the description. I hope that you have enjoyed today's video, and I hope that you have learned something from today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Have a nice day, everyone.